Well, and welcome to another Mr. Carter Science Special. In this video, we'll be looking at heart disease and how to treat it. So by the end of the video, all of you can explain how heart disease and heart attacks are caused, and most of you can discuss ways to treat heart disease. What is a heart attack? The heart is a muscle and it needs oxygen to respire and contract, and the heart gets the oxygen from the coronary artery. Now this is an artery that's wrapped around the outside of the heart. It branches straight off from the aorta. You can see it here, sort of bringing blood and the oxygen that's carried in that blood to all the muscle cells and the muscle tissues of the heart so that they can respire, release energy and use that energy to contract and pump the blood. If the coronary artery becomes blocked with fat, then oxygen cannot get to the heart muscle cells, which cannot respire, and so they die, and this is called a heart attack. We can see that process here. Here we have the normal coronary artery and the blood is flowing smoothly through the coronary artery. But here you can see on this other diagram that we have a build-up of fat within the coronary artery, and that the blood is not flowing quite as smoothly through. In fact, if the coronary artery becomes narrow due to a buildup of fat, then the blood can form a blood clot. Oxygen cannot get to the heart muscle cells. The heart muscle cells cannot respire aerobically. There's more anaerobic respiration, lactic acid builds up, and the heart muscle cells die, and this is called a heart attack. Lack of exercise, poor diet, or a diet high in fats or carbohydrates, smoking, obesity, high blood pressure, salt, diabetes, and even your genes are all factors that can contribute to the narrowing of the coronary artery and increase the risk of heart disease and heart attacks. So how can we treat coronary heart disease? Well, coronary heart disease can be treated in several different ways. Stents, bypass surgery, and statins. A stent can be used to treat the narrow coronary arteries. A stent is a metal mesh that's placed in the artery, and then a tiny balloon is inflated to open up the blood vessel and the stent at the same time. You can see that here, the balloon widens the coronary artery. The balloon is then deflated, removed, leaving the stent in place, holding the widened blood vessel open. You can see that here, there's the stent, and again here, there's our stent left in place, keeping the blood vessel open and wide. This allows blood in the coronary artery to flow freely. The heart muscle cells can receive more oxygen and respire more, so the heart is able to contract and beat more strongly. And therefore you have treated the coronary heart disease. Stents can be inserted using a local anaesthetic, and this avoids the higher risks associated with general anaesthetics and normal surgery. Stents can be used to widen arteries anywhere in your body, also in your brain, and that can prevent strokes in the brain. Many stents also release anti-clotting drugs. However, some studies suggest that the benefits of these anti-clotting drugs do not justify the additional expense. If a doctor cannot use a stent because the artery has been too narrow, there's too much fat buildup, then a doctor can replace a narrow or blocked coronary artery with a section of vein from other parts of the body, often the leg. The vein is attached between the aorta and the coronary artery, and you can see that as an example here. And this allows the blood to flow and bypass the blockage in the coronary artery. And you can see the blockage just here. So we've bypassed that blockage, and the blood and the oxygen it's carrying is flowing to the heart muscle freely. Bypass surgery is used in cases where the coronary artery is badly blocked and stents cannot help. However, bypass surgery is expensive and it carries a large number of risks, particularly the risks associated with a general anaesthetic. The final treatment is statins, and doctors can prescribe statins to anybody at risk from cardiovascular disease. Statins reduce blood cholesterol levels, and this slows down the rate at which fatty material is deposited into the arteries. Often, if you begin to take statins, then you will be required to take them for the rest of your life regularly. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video on treating heart disease. If you have, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you've learnt as well. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll be the first to know when I release new videos. Thank you very much.